when I was growing up, my family, they've got, a huge love for music, and my father was always playing music all the time, from the moment he got up in the morning to the moment he went to bed. It's a funny thing, actually. I think the first ever, dare I say it, tape that I stole from him was Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. And I was actually sitting in the back of my family's car, and we were on our way to Italy, driving through the Mont Blanc. And they used to take us there throughout the whole 6 weeks period, school period, holidays. And he put on Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, and then I was just kind of singing from there onwards, to be fair. And I stole that tape from him, and he never got it back. Ever since I was young, I was always into music. I was into theatre. I've been in musicals and so on. I was nominated for Best Actress in a Musical. I played Nancy and Oliver.
Amazing. Wow, that's cool.
Yeah. So, and I did quite a lot of that. But I also wrote a lot of poetry and a lot of music as well. So that's the other side of what I do. I do a lot of kind of spoken word. I'm a spoken word artist as well. Amazing. And I write a lot of poetry, and that's all over my social media. And I host live for other writers as well, so that I can meet up with my followers who, there's a lot of friends there, and we kind of exchange works and so on, experiences, and they're a big inspiration to me as well.
I love that, you go down so many different avenues of this. You create your own music, you do a lot of writing, and the spoken word thing, is it literally your love for perhaps getting words on paper, expressing yourself that way, for why you do all of that stuff?
Let's put it this way. I think if I didn't have the opportunity to express myself, I don't exactly know who I would be, if I'm honest, because, people in everyday life have very many different ways of how they express themselves or release themselves, let's say, from any kind of internal emotions or things that they might be going through. Some people, it's going to the gym. I like to go for, walks in the park, being in open spaces and so on, a bit of camping and all that kind of stuff. But music and poetry, all that kind of, anything within the arts. I paint as well. So,
you're adding loads to the list. Is there anything else? I bet there's loads more that you could say.
I'm a very creative person, and I have to let it out. If I don't let it out, I'll just completely, I'll either explode or disappear, I think.
Right.
So, yeah. I think when you hold things in, it can do more damage than where if you let it out and you express it, you release it, and it frees up your mind a little bit.
Absolutely. And talking about releasing new materials and things like that, we can talk about a track that you've got out next week, haven't you?
Yes. So on the 19th of March, my new release, Control, is going to be coming out. Now, that's actually part of a trilogy. So the first of the trilogy was Girl You Used to Know, and it's a story, basically. So to talk about Control, I'd have to tell you about Girl You Used to Know. So Girl You Used to Know is very much about when somebody is stuck in a very toxic relationship. And that was originally a rap that I had written. And then a year and a half later, I had to write a chorus. And the chorus is basically saying, keep your head high, you're going to get through this. Eventually, you're going to find your happiness, you're going to find your soul. It's very empowering and uplifting.
Hey there, pretty girl, hold that head up high. You're worth more than you know. Someday you're gonna find your soul. Know you're worth more than gold.
Control is very much when you've managed to leave the controlling relationship. They no longer have control over you. You've rediscovered yourself, and now you're free. You're free to be yourself. You're free to do what you want to do and however you may want to do it. And it's an amazing feeling, which I think comes across extremely well in the music that I've written.
You do not control me. You don't live here anymore. You cannot defeat me. I am stronger than before.
The idea of it is so that it's relatable to other people that are maybe going through something that's very similar at the moment, who can relate to it because they've been through it. My lyrics are all very conscious, and they come from a very deep, truthful core. I always have to write about something that I've experienced or that I can relate to. I'm not one of those artists that are going to say, oh, that sounds good. That's going to be a hit. Let's put that together. That drum beat's going to work for people. They'll dance to that.
Yeah.
It's not what I'm about. There has to be some form of a meaning there that people are going to be able to relate to, that might be able to take them from a dark place into a lighter situation in their mind.
Yeah.
Give them that bit of freedom.
So Control is, as you said, out very soon next week. Where would people be able to check out the track and all of your music and future stuff? Where should they go to follow it?
Oh, you're going to be able to find me everywhere. So you're going to be able to find me on SoundCloud. You can find me on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon. You're going to be able to find literally everywhere. You name it, I'm there. So it's available in all of the platforms. All you've got to do is search for me.